What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Brian the Divine Healer here with you. About to break your brain, okay? Y'all know how President Trump just decided to, release what? JFK files, right? Let's get it. All right, so I did my own theory, right? I kind of read just snippets of that report, whatever. So let's get into it. Okay, here's my theory. Let me turn this. Okay, so most everybody would assume. Most everybody's going to assume, just from what they've heard, that Oswald was the assassinator. Let me put some things into perspective for you here. Now, there was 3 shots from Oswald that rang out from the school book depository building, right? Right. And so Oswald was a Marine, very kind of incompetent with his rifle. So they did all these reports, the Warren Commission, all these kind of investigations, we'll say. And, tracing all this, and, you heard of the magic bullet, and let's get back to Oswald, okay? Just before he was offed by Jack Ruby, who was a strip club owner, Oswald said something very particular. He said he was a patsy. And what does a patsy mean? It basically means that you are a sucker. You are a cover, you're a decoy, you're whatever, okay? Oswald was good, but not that good. Okay, so let's break this down, okay? Now, I'm sure you've seen documentaries, videos, whatever, about this whole thing, right? They made a movie about it. So I want to get into a part of it where I call it sound theory, right? So, okay, let's say we have the car. I have a little illustration. Let's check this out. So here we go. Sound theory, right? So you have the presidential motorcade car, right? Right here. Boom. And the bullet came from the building. So this is the origin of the shot. This is where it ended up. So the first shot echoed from the origin, which means the building. And witnesses heard the shot or the shots, but not in the area in which it was happening. Meaning they were further away from the shot than actually where it took place. Meaning they were closer to the car than the building. So when they heard the shot, it sounds far away. Okay? So, here's my theory. Oswald got 3 shots in. 3 shots. 2 of them hit their targets. The first one was the bullet that hit the governor. in the arm and in the leg, whatever. The second shot hit Kennedy in the throat. And the third shot completely missed. Okay. So now there's been reports of people hearing multiple shots, meaning more than 3. Okay, so now there's a theory about the grassy knoll. People that were standing in or on or around the grassy knoll area, which the presidential motorcade car was driving past just before it went under the underpass, because I know I live in Texas and I went to Dallas and I rode that same exact route. Went on the same road, seen the building, everything, right? The people that were on the grassy knoll heard the shot. And it was right there. So the sound theory is when the impact comes from the origin, the sound is louder than it would be if it was in a different origin. Example, like an airplane. If it goes over your head, it sounds like it's far away. Why? Because the distance between you and the airplane is great. So the sound takes a little bit longer to get to you and it sounds less than. Now, if you were standing right next to an airplane and it was winding up, getting ready to take off, that so much would be loud because that is the place of origin and impact that you're most closest to. So when people heard the shot, they assumed, being by the grassy knoll, that it came from somewhere around there, like a fence or whatever. But here's where it gets ugly. Remember the airplane theory, okay? If you're closer to it, it sounds louder. And these people heard it and it sounded louder. That's why people that were in and around the grassy knoll hit the deck. Nobody was dropping to the ground when those first 2 shots came off. Why? Because it wasn't that loud. It wasn't that close. The third shot rang like a bell. Or I should say 4th shot rang like a bell. And that's why everybody hit the deck. So, here's my theory. I made a video about this a while ago. Okay, and I tried to get on my playlist, which, by the way, whoever's on my shit, dude, you stole my videos. The one I made of JFK is gone. Yeah, but anyways, let's get back to it. So I couldn't find the video. I was quite mad because I wanted to show you how it was done. Because I pointed this out years ago about how it was done. So now I'm gonna have to give you some kind of demonstration. Okay, so check this out, right? So now you have the presidential motorcade, right? On one side you have the driver. Then on the other side in the front you have the passenger. Okay? So now in the video you would see when the shots popped off, boom, 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 everybody was kind of looking around, didn't know what happened. So then all of a sudden, you see the passenger, who was Secret Service, have something in his hand. And it looks like it got turned this way, like behind him. So, let me give you an example. Let me show you. You're gonna love this. So, I am the passenger. Oh, yeah, I'm the passenger. Okay, so I'm the passenger. Sitting in the car. Driver over here. Kennedy, well, the governor behind me, and then Kennedy. Okay? So, I don't have eyes in the back of my head except for spiritually, but if I needed to see behind me in a vehicle, either I'm going to turn around and look, or I'm going to look in the rear view mirror. Now, Secret Service is highly trained, not only in communications and doing their thing, but in weapons. So, this is my theory. Boom, boom, shots popped off. To Secret Service, analyzing the situation, noticed that it wasn't over. Meaning the shots hit the governor and then it hit Kennedy in the throat because Kennedy moved forward like this, right? So I'll get into the bullet trajectory in a minute. So when Kennedy's going forward like this, he got hit from back. Boom, 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 right? Because when you get punched in the face, your head's gonna go back, right? What? That's just Newton's law. So, I'm the passenger. Analyzing that what was supposed to be done didn't happen. So now in the video that I had that I can't find, I'll probably find it on TikTok. I might post it later, whatever. But I'm the passenger. The window is here. Okay, so all this is door and nobody on the passenger side, which was the grassy knoll. No one can see my hands down here. So I could be doing this, I could be playing cards, I could do whatever, and no one outside of the vehicle could see me. Now, if I was the driver, there's a little more of an angle perception that you could see somebody doing something in their lap, right? Right. So, here comes the gun. Window this high. Can't see it, can you? Now I'm not going to turn around and try to shoot. I'm going to use the fucking rear view mirror, dude. So the gun's like this in its lap. And it turns this way like this. Looking in the rear view. Pop. Because why? Everybody's distracted with the sounds of the first couple bullets. And then the movement in the presidential motorcade of the governor and Kennedy. Right? Right. They timed this perfect. Perfectly. So, in my expertise of weapons, because I was an expert in the Army with my weapons, qualified, almost became sniper, yeah, okay, so, if my weapon is lower than my target, so if my target is higher or smaller, I have to adjust. If my weapon is lower than the target, I have to aim my weapon higher to meet the target. That is the bullet trajectory, right? So, when Kennedy had that last shot, his head went back and to the left. Looking in the rearview mirror, objects seem closer than they appear, right? That's what it says. So when I'm aiming this way and I'm pointing my weapon up because the target is higher up than my weapon, I have to aim up a little bit, right? So then when I shoot, because Kennedy was going forward, that means he was not sitting in his regular place, because if that gun was turned and he got shot, he would have got shot on the right side of his, the left side. The left side, because it would line up perfect. But because Kennedy got shot in the neck, he went forward like this. And then when that bullet came like this, hit him on the right side because Kennedy was moving forward like this. Oh, this side was a clear target, not this side, because he moved his angle from the shot. So when that bullet was fired, from the passenger side of the front of that vehicle. Kennedy got hit on the right side of his brain, pushing him back and to the left. Now, if it was the driver, same kind of scenario. But because Kennedy was moving forward, the driver still would have had access to the left side of Kennedy. Boom. So Kennedy would have got shot on the left side of his head and went back into the right. Because the trajectory of the bullet is coming this way. So if I punch you in the face, your head's not going to go forward. It's going to go back. We understand that part, right? Right. When I had this major download last night about this, and I'll post what I wrote because I'm not taking my notes and giving you this video. I'm just running it off the top of my head and giving you the basis of what the whole thing is about. I wrote last night in about an hour and a half on my little chalkboard 3 or 4 different we'll say theories of my theory. And I'll show you guys those in this video because there's a lot more detailed explanation of what I'm telling you now that would seal the deal. So here's my final thought. There is this magic bullet that was found, right? And this magic bullet, if you shoot a bullet and it hits a target, it's gonna deform. This magic bullet was untouched. So that means it didn't hit a hard enough target to deform the bullet. That magic bullet was Oswald's 3rd shot that missed. Yeah. So for the trajectory to come at you, when you get a penetrating impact on that target, initially, it's going to leave a hole the size of the bullet. But on impact through that penetration, then it explodes. So how did Kennedy's head get blown off? From the front. Because the whole back of his head was gone. The side of his head. Because the bullet came this way. So, hate me, love me, target me, I don't give a shit. I'm here to tell the truth. And if I got this download last night and working on it to speak this truth, because the theory that I have is point blank and it's undeniable. And I'm sure this will come out for sure as being the truth. And I just hope finally we can lay to rest this atrocity and hold those people accountable. I don't care about your intentions or your means or your delusions of your fantasy of why. You need to be held accountable. And you will. So, I just wanted to touch base with you guys like that. Bring some awareness to you because people are so clever. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Ain't that right, tarot card readers? I got you. Oh, I so got you. I'm gonna leave that right there. Conspiracy theories. Some people are gonna say that. But when you put the education with the facts and the intelligence, it's not a conspiracy theory. And because certain people don't want certain information out, which is the truth based on the facts, and maybe your analysis and theory, well, you're a conspiracy theorist. Well, then I will be labeled that because I know You guys are the monsters that are hiding in the closet. And I'll leave you with that.